Good morning, everybody. We're going to do a recipe today that I think you're going to think is so much fun. It's Hamburger Helper Cajun style. And you know, whenever my children were little, that's whenever Hamburger Helper was really popular. Honestly, I only remember getting it twice from the grocery store. But, you know, moms need all the help they can get sometimes. So if that's what you enjoy getting and serving to your family, that's wonderful. But I'm going to show you how easy it is to make it. And of course, we're going to add a little bit of Cajun flair to it. So what I'm doing is I'm using pork sausage instead of hamburger meat, because that's what I had in my fridge. I'm big on using what you have. And I'm putting in about 3/4 of a chopped onion, 2 stalks of celery, and a jalapeno pepper instead of a bell pepper. And I'm just going to let it all cook together. I already drained it just a little bit because I didn't want fat in it. But you don't have to drain it because it really wasn't that much fat. But if you need to drain it, just drain it after you browned it a little bit, and then you can finish browning it. Is what I'm doing, just like what I'm doing here. And so then what we're going to do is, it's just got so few ingredients. And honestly, I was kind of thought about going to the grocery store and getting a box and reading on it what all it had in it. But this way, you know exactly what's going in it, and it's just a better idea. Feed your family something that you kind of know what's going in it. Now I've got my pasta on. This is what I used. We like this pasta that's made from chickpeas, so that's what we're using. And I'm just going to let this brown until all of the sausage gets cooked and the vegetables are nice and soft. For this, you know, whenever you're making like jambalaya or something like that, you cook the vegetables before you put all the meat in. But I think it's good on something like this that you really want the veggies to kind of blend with the protein and the flavors to kind of blend with the protein, to just put it in while you're cooking it down. And that's what we're going to do. Now this is only 1 pound of meat. Of course, the glory of something like Hamburger Helper or something that you can find is that it feeds so many people. You can take 1 pound of meat and feed a family of 4 easily. And I'm going to show you how. We might have to get a bigger skillet actually to do it, but let's go with what we have right here. So what we're going to do next is, you know, I have a new seasoning out. I'm really excited about it. And the best thing you can do when you're cooking is to season along the way. So I'm going to add a little bit of my garlic and butter seasoning here to the meat before I put everything else in. Here it is. And so here we're just going to stir that seasoning into everything. And I can tell we're going to have to get a bigger pot. That's okay. We'll do it. We'll just get a bigger pot. I thought I was getting my biggest skillet, but I actually have one that's bigger. But I got this one, so that's okay. So then what we're going to do is put some tomatoes in it. Tomato sauce. You can put fresh tomatoes, or these are tomatoes that I actually put in the freezer back last year. And so whenever you do that, you just put tomatoes in water. What it does is it creates this tomato water. So flavorful, y'all. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to add, and that's one reason why you want to drain it some, because you don't want, you want just the right amount of liquid and not too much. Because you do need some liquid to kind of take up your macaroni. So I think this is just going to be perfect. And I was going to show y'all this little tool. I've showed it to you before. This is the best tool that you can use for, I'm trying to, there you go. For if you're cooking hamburger meat down and you want it to go in a dish like this, just kind of squash this down and it just crumbles it up perfectly. Okay. I am going to add a little bit more tomato. And then what we'll do is we'll have the juice if we need the juice. Okay. Add a couple more tomatoes. Now, you can add ketchup. All ketchup is tomato sauce. You can add tomato sauce. But I think this would be good because it'll kind of be chunky in it. And I think everybody would like that. It'd be kind of fun. And you really don't want it to mimic spaghetti. You want it to be a sauce, but not like a tomato sauce that you put in a spaghetti or something like that. Okay, so my noodles have boiled. I'm gonna take them out. You know what, I'm gonna just have to go to a bigger pot. Let me get one. I was trying to get one that y'all could see in. I just have to manage it. Sorry. Oops. I'll get this big old pot and there'll be plenty, and I'll show it to y'all. So I'm gonna, this is nice and cooked down. Can you see it? Let me move this just a second. You see? Here's what it looks like. Hamburger Helper, the Cajun Way. So I'm gonna, let me put this, the whole thing in my bigger pot. And we'll give it a minute to heat up. And then I'll just have to show it to you. Okay, whoa, here we go. Get all the onions in. You know, onions are just so flavorful, and they really do add a lot to any dish that you have. And we love them, so we add them to everything, really. Put my skillet right there. So, okay, so we're gonna, oh, this is a nice amount of room in here. Now, here's the spaghetti, or pasta, not really spaghetti, it's macaroni noodles. And I'm just, it's boiled, so I'm just gonna add them to the pot. Whoa, noodles gone wild. My puppy will be so happy. And these are just those little curly noodles that most people use in macaroni and cheese. So I think it's the perfect blend and vessel for this dish because it'll coat it nicely. It'll add a lot of body to the dish. Y'all can see I put my apron on halfway because I wasn't going to wear an apron, and then I started cooking and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get something on my dress, and I sure don't want to do that. So here we go. There it is. I'm going to mix it together. Just blend it all together. Y'all, this would feed more than a family of 4. You know, my son played football all of his life, and whenever he was in school, and so we often had more people come to eat than we started with, and so this would be great for that situation. If you have, you know, if your kids are younger and they like to bring their friends over, you can invite all of them and have plenty. You can add a salad, you can put a little cheese on this. I'm not, but because Hamburger Helper didn't come with cheese, I don't think. But I think you could sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan on it. That would be good. So here we go. Let me show you how it looks. It's so pretty. See how pretty it is? It's so pretty. And very tasteful, I think. Let's taste it. See. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Now I'm going to add some Dana Dash Cajun seasoning to it because we've already used the butter and garlic, and that will really flavor the meat. But we want the whole dish to have a lot of flavor as well. So remember what we had was 1 pound of ground sausage, about 3/4 of an onion, 2 stalks of celery, and 1 jalapeno. And then we added, this would probably be about a half a can of a large jar of tomatoes, or 1 small can. But use what you want. You can use tomato sauce. You can absolutely use whatever you want. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take it right here because I have my oven on. Let me move this. Okay. We'll put it in our bowl to serve it. And you see this sourdough bread I have right behind me. I would serve it with a big chunk of that, if that's what y'all have, or a big beautiful loaf of French bread. Just whatever you like the most. But here you go, y'all. Hamburger Helper, the Cajun Way. Bon appetit, y'all. I think you're going to love it.